Morning.
Morning. Someone's very energetic at 7 a.m.
What can I say? I'm a morning person.
I am too, but you are still very peppy.
I guess it's the adrenaline.
I guess I can feel that. Ready to be a rehab patient?
Actually, I'm not that nervous, if you can believe that.
I mean, you won't have to worry about dying for another 2 weeks.
You are not great at this whole reassuring people thing.
That's nothing new.
Morning, Margo.
You need to stop being a morning person. It's way too early for this type of optimism.
Are you nervous?
We're just driving to the rehab center that might be responsible for the death of my mother so we can admit my best friend into their kill list. Why would I be nervous?
Things are going to work out, Margo. The police will stop anything bad before it can happen.
Hopefully.
You're not helping.
My sincerest apologies. Margo, were you able to make a reservation?
Yeah, I had to use my dad's credit card, but I booked it for the night.
Wait, hold the phone. What did you guys book and why don't I know about it?
Your parents think you're spending the night at my house. My parents think I'm spending the night at yours. Parker's dad was told she's spending the night at your house, but I don't think he really believes that. Anyway, I can't just come home by myself. My dad will get suspicious, so me and Parker are spending the night at the inn down the street from the rehab center. That way, we'll only be a few minutes away instead of all the way across the town.
You guys could get in a lot of trouble for that.
Oh, because everything else we've done this far has been so ethical and legal.
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
Don't worry about it, okay? Focus on getting over your addiction.
That's not cool to joke about. Your mom was an alcoholic.
And so is yours. You're right, it is a very deadly matter.
You're a terrible person.
And for a second, I thought you two were getting along. Silly me. After tonight, you two are just gonna wish you had gone back home.
I'll walk her out of the room.
What? I'd like to see you try. You better watch yourself, York. I'm serious.
Saturday, September 28th, Episode 7, Confinement. Here we are.
It actually kind of looks homey. Is it weird that I was expecting it to look like a sketchy government building and not a day spa?
Not really.
I'm just kind of picturing the same thing.
Well, I guess that all that's left is to go in.
Let me park. I don't want to just drop you guys off.
Do you have to pay?
Better not have to pay. I'm gonna park on the lawn if I have to pay.
That's a little extreme, Parker.
So is paying for parking. It's not my fault that cities have industrialized and people don't use horses to get around places anymore. I mean, what am I even paying for? It's a cement slab on the ground. I don't even get complimentary gas, so I ride back to my parking spot.
So, this is it. Yeah, guess it is.
We all know the plan.
Oh, stop fucking yapping. Let's go.
Guess that's our cue.
Be careful.
Yeah, you too.
Good morning. How can I help you three girls?
Our friend here, Chi.
My friends here have a past history with this place, and they recommended it to me. I was wondering if I could use your resources.
Are you an addict?
Yes, and I'd like to get clean.
We're always happy to help. Sign here and go into the waiting room to the left. We'll have a counselor meet with you shortly to see what type of program you should be in.
Oh, okay, sure.
Oh, and please leave your phone in the bucket. We like to make sure our patients don't get distracted.
Would it be alright if I left it with my friends?
Of course, as long as it's not a distraction from you.
And then sign here?
Yes, please. Perfect. Now have a seat right through that door. I'll send Dr. Mass right over.
Thank you. See you guys later.
Good luck.
Bye.
Now, if you two would like to wait here until we decide how long to keep her, you're welcome to.
Actually, we were wondering. You see, both our moms went through this program and it really helped them. However, my friend Margo here, her mom just died. Animal attack. It was terrible. And she's having a hard time coping. Do you think there could be any possible way you would be able to show us her file?
I'm sorry, but those files are private.
I have ID. If you need proof that I'm her daughter, I have a learner's permit with me and my name and picture and a birth certificate.
I guess if you can show me documentation, I'll make an exception.
Thank you. Here.
Everything looks to be in order. Margo Alice Holland. Come with me. Your friend will have to stay here, though.
My mom was a patient as well. She came here 4 years ago. Vanessa Marie York, maiden name Johnson. My birth certificate, if you want to see it.
Parker Joanne York?
Yes, ma'am.
Very well. You both can come with me. We keep the files of our patients just in case they come back, so we can look back at their previous treatment method and know whether or not to try something new or extend the stay. This is the file room. If you two would like to stay here while I get your mother's files, you're not allowed to be in there.
So far, so good. Don't jinx it.
That was quick.
We have a really good filing system. Matt gets a little obsessed with this stuff sometimes, but it pays off. Here is Mrs. York's file, and here is Mrs. Holland's.
Do we have to give these back?
Of course. Why?
Well, my mom's been missing for 4 years, and her mom's dead, so you don't really have to worry about them coming back.
Oh, I guess we don't. I'm still not authorized to give the files to anyone. They are private information, whether they're your mother's or not.
Well, I guess we'll just look at them and give them back to you when we're done.
And no phones. I'll take them while you're looking so you don't take pictures.
What, don't trust us?
It's nothing personal, just procedure.
Of course, we understand.
Your friend's phone too, Miss Holland?
Right, silly me.
Sorry, just one more time so it's on record.
I consent to the recording of my session.
Thank you. And you don't have to keep talking like that.
Right, sorry, I'm a little nervous.
That's perfectly understandable. Now, I haven't asked you for your name. What would you like for me to call you while you're here? You don't have to give me your actual name if you don't want to.
It's okay, my name's Charlotte.
Alright, Charlotte, you're being processed as an addict. May I ask what your addiction is?
Alcohol. The kids at school would bring it to parties, so I tried it. And at first, I thought nothing of it, but I find myself almost needing it. Like I had a bad day or I'm stressed. I lean on the alcohol.
You're young. Though I can't condone underage drinking, I know it's not uncommon. Why do you feel the need to get help? Do you think your need for alcohol is that bad?
I don't think it can be considered alcoholism or anything serious like that. But there are a few alcoholics in my family, so there's a risk for it. And honestly, my friend Margo, her mom just died. She was an alcoholic. Not that she died because she was an alcoholic or anything, but it opened my eyes. She lied to her daughter and her husband because she was ashamed of herself, ashamed of needing help. I don't want that to be me in a few years from now. So I'm trying to, wipe myself clean.
That's perfectly understandable. However, it doesn't seem like major treatment is needed.
So are you going to send me home?
Not yet. I think you should spend the night here, then attend another session with me in the morning, and maybe do a group therapy session with some of our more intense alcoholics. Use it as a scare tactic of sorts to warn you of what could happen if you continue on this path. Then I'll sign for your discharge and do 2 weeks of follow-up calls afterwards.
2 weeks?
Yes, is that a problem?
No, not at all. That sounds like a good plan. I would like that very much. Thank you.
Perfect. I'll write an email to the front desk real quick, and then we'll start our sessions. Now, when you say you use the alcohol to de-stress, what are you de-stressing from?
School. Mostly. Everyone these days just expects you to have your life planned out and, well, I don't. But also family. A little. My parents work a lot and I'm stuck with younger siblings and older brother most of the time.
How many siblings do you have?
4. 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
You must feel packed in your house.
It's hard to find a place to be alone sometimes. Yeah.
Now, Charlotte, what are some other ways you think you could de-stress?
Well, I like to sew. Like embroidery and stuff. I did the thread work on my jacket.
Having something creative to do is a good way to give yourself more you time and take your mind away from the stress of school. Exercise is also a commonly recommended activity for people dealing with addictions. Do you think that's something you would be interested in?
Come on, Holland, really? Is this like a comfort thing? Do you miss her that much?
Charlotte is going to want to hear about everything we're discussing when she gets up. This way we won't have to repeat it.
Fine.
So Charlotte got scheduled to stay for a night.
Which is what we were expecting.
So that part of the plan is working well, and it means they took her case seriously.
We did come up with it word for word.
On the downside, we were not able to take home or take pictures of our mom's files, nor audio record what they say. So, Will, what are these?
The files.
How did you get them?
I exchanged the paper inside for the extra printer paper in my backpack. Happy smiles at the front desk didn't even notice.
What if we get caught?
I doubt my mother's file has been looked at since she left that place.
What if the police ask for my mother's file for evidence?
Your mom's been dead for almost a week. If they wanted the files for evidence, they would have got them already.
You sure?
100%. Now turn off your little monologue. I need to get my homework done so my dad has one less thing to ride my ass about when we get home.
Sure, whatever.
This is Scott York. Sorry I'm not available. Leave a message, I guess.
Hey Dad, it's Parker, your favorite daughter. I called you at 10 p.m. because I know you turn your phone off an hour before you go to bed. I'm gonna level with you. It's a terrible system. You always get more stressed out when you can't hear your phone. You get worried that something's happening at work and you can't hear about it. But I digress and get back onto my point. I'm calling to tell you that I love you and that I'm gonna be home a little later than I thought I would tomorrow. But I have some good news.
Parker, did you pack any toothpaste? I forgot mine.
1 second. I love you, and I know you always worry about me, but seriously, I'm okay. Good night. Thank you for listening to The Holland Case, with Michaela Thompson as Charlotte Miller, Caitlin Branco as Parker York, Cameron Sue as Margo Holland, Vera as the receptionist, Tiranino Lavasse as Dr. Mast, and Owen Kelly as Sheriff York. The intro is composed by Ian Michael Brown, and the transitions and outro music are composed by Hudson Dopp. The series is written and edited by Caitlin Branco, with cover art by Charlie McCuffey and episode titles by Ben Hirota. Thanks again for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode.